The International Olympic Committee is pressing the Russian government over a controversial anti-gay law. It imposes fines and jail time for being openly gay. And it sparked a chorus of calls to boycott the upcoming Winter Games in Sochi. Zuleka Nathu is here with more on this controversy. So, Zuleka, what exactly is the IOC president saying about all this?
Well, the International Olympic Committee, Jacques Rogge, the president, saying that the Russian government has given the IOC written reassurances about the laws in question, but that certain parts still remain unclear, and they're waiting for more clarification. Have a listen.
But there are still uncertainties, and we have decided to ask for more clarification as of today. So we are waiting for this clarification before having a final judgment on these reassurances.
Rogge went on to say that it's very clear in the Olympic Charter that sport is a human right regardless of race, gender, or sexual orientation, though there seems to be some confusion in the last few days, particularly when it comes to the words of the Russian sports minister, because he has said some things that seem to be conflicting. First of all, he said that Olympic athletes would have to respect the laws of the country while in Sochi for the Games, and that the country would not back down through political pressure. But then at the same time, the Russian sports minister also said that the private lives of athletes would be protected and that that was a right guaranteed under the Russian constitution. One of the other big questions is the idea of freedom of expression. What could happen to Olympic athletes if they do speak freely while at the Games?
And Zuleka, the calls to boycott the Games or maybe move them from Sochi continue to grow. What do we know about Olympic boycotts in the past?
Well, let's go through a couple with you, and we can start right here in Canada. Montreal, 1976. Most African countries and some others boycotted those Olympics because they were protesting against a decision made by the IOC that allowed New Zealand to participate despite the fact that that country's rugby team had been touring South Africa, which was heavily condemned at the time because of its apartheid laws. Go to 1980. That's when it was led by the U.S., a boycott against the Moscow Summer Games. That was 1980. And that was a lot of countries that participated in that boycott, including Canada, protesting Russia's invasion of Afghanistan in 1979. So those are just a few of the ones in the past.
All right. Thanks, Zuleka.
You're welcome.